The following video is for entertainment use only and should not be considered financial advice. Please do your own research. Hello YouTube and welcome to my November portfolio update. It's been a good month, well it's been a flat month really, but the top 10, not too much change there. I think it's pretty standard, the same as last month. Oil still dominating and the rest just sort of picking up. In terms of the month, I started the month off at 14% and ended at 13 and a bit percent, so fairly flat. Nothing really exciting there. Going through my investments, there's no real change. I just slowly go through them so you can have a look, see how I'm doing, and on individual stocks, and whether you like the look of them or not. So yeah, oil doing really well. You see the petrol prices, it probably explains that a lot. But overall, yeah, quite pleased. Quite pleased with the month overall. I'm still hoping to finish the year at around 7k, but that's looking a long shot now. One of my viewers did ask some questions about ETFs, so I might do stop on there. They asked me if I've got any ETFs. So this is my first ETF. It's on the FTSE 100. This is another one of my ETFs on global clean energy, and this is another one for bonds. These are all iShares or BlackRock ETFs. They're okay. Charged a little high compared to Vanguard, but they're still good ones to have. Moving forward, no real change on anything really. Facebook taking a beating, Microsoft taking a beating. National Grid went down a little bit. Was disappointed in that. Well, it might go up a little bit. This is another ETF. This is again on bonds, and they've got a sister one to it as well. So both pay monthly dividends, but one does better than the other. But they do okay. There's not a lot really. Not Rolls Royce making a bit of a comeback at last. Back in the profit in them now. Need them to go up a bit more now, so I can sell them. Take my short-term gain. I was looking at that one because that's a loss. I'm going to sell that one. And that will be shown in my end of year video, and because I've reorganised the pies, and I'll make them available. I'll share those pies, make them available, but that one's going. Starbucks doing okay. Oh, Tesla's down. Oh, never mind. Utilities up. So these are my Vanguard ETFs now. So this is FTSE 100 one again. My all-world high-yield dividend one. I quite like that one. Emerging markets, because I just like to have something. So I don't really know the markets that well in Asia and stuff. So I don't really want to get involved in that side of the world individually because I don't know enough about it. It's very complicated. So this ETF is really good for that. These people obviously know more than me, and that gives me a bit of exposure to that, even though it's at a loss, but it does okay. Another ETF, the S&P 500. Probably one of the better performing ones, does really well. I've got a UK government bond one that's doing badly. And then I've got the same one. I accidentally, when I was rearranging my pies, I added the wrong one to it, and then when I stuck my money in, it brought bits, so I've got to sell that off and put it back into that one. But that's a US bond one through Vanguard. They're the same one, just one's done on the European the German stock exchange, I think, and that was done on the UK stock exchange. But the same ETF, same weighting, same stuff. So not too bad. Might sell that one. We're getting towards the end now. There we go. So that's how my stocks performed. Like I said, I don't think I really made any money. I think I might have made a slight loss over the month. What was out there at the beginning of the month? 6559. Yeah, about 30 quid. 30 quid down from when I started the month. So not too bad actually. Right, but I didn't have any go to dividends. I didn't really have a good month on dividends either. I was expecting a lot more than what I got, but I'd still got some. So AG&N paid out. It's a monthly payer. Paid out 82 pence. That was okay. It's not going to get to £1 now, but it's going to be close. Apple paid out. Small increase. I slowly increased my holding in them. Did okay. AT&T. At one point I was going to sell these, but it looks like now they've done their split with the Warner Brothers thing and settled down, they've actually come out with a really good and strong, or good, dividend strategy for paying out and stuff, and it's actually, I fell back in love with it, so I'm going to keep it. Next on the list, Bank of Montreal. I paid out yesterday. Doing okay. British Tobacco. Disappointed that didn't go up really. That's the same as last time. I have put some money in since then, so I was expecting a couple of pence more, but still, nice payout ratio for a tobacco company. That's okay. Caterpillar paid out to me 45 pence. Doing okay. Citigroup. This is one I'm looking to put a bit more money into, but again, paid out quite nicely. 18 pence. Next one on the list, General Dynamics, the War Machine. Again, not to be a warmonger, but they drive profit, so it's doing okay. Gladstone Land, that's one of my monthly dividend payers, and well, I'm disappointed in its performance in terms of delivering dividend return. Actually, I was going to hope it's going to be a bit stronger than that, but never mind. Next on the list that paid out, Horizon. This was a monthly dividend pay one that had sort of first quarter of the year really, and that's starting to pay out strong. I expected this is what I expect from Gladstone Land, but I like this one. Could go far. Next on the list, JP Morgan and Chase. Financials, interest rates high, doing okay. Lowe's paid out. Nice dividend grower there. Happy with that. LTC Properties, another one of my monthly ones. Paid out 39 pence, so just a slight increase on the month before, but doing okay. Let's see, because if you look from January, dividends should double by the end of the year, which is great. That's what I want to see. Main Street Capital, again there, look, growing nicely. Happy with that one. Hopefully next year that will, whatever it is in January, will double up like LTC Properties, they're very similar. So I'm hoping that will happen. That'd be really nice. Nucor. This is probably one of my better value growth in my portfolio, and the dividend's not too bad either. So again, really happy with that. One of my first of the monthly ETFs. So pick me. Did okay, and then its sister one, which has a better return on value and a better dividend by looking at this month. That's another ETF though, did okay. Procter & Gamble paid out 49 pence, doing okay. Prospect Capital is another one of my better paying monthly dividends, but share price does suffer a little bit for it. But again, 72 pence in the pot, all helps. Reality Income paid out, again it's another monthly one that pays out, it's fairly stable. Again, this one I might chuck a few more quid in over the next 12 months to boost it up. Good down there, Shaw Communications Class B, that paid me out twice in November, that's why that's so high. So I'm unlikely to get a payment in December. I might do because they pay every 30 days, so I might get one in there. But that was 2 payments in November for that, which was good. Stag, that was my best performing company last year, and it was pretty average this year. Still like it. Monthly dividend payer as well. Starbucks, I wasn't expecting that to be quite so high because there's the unionisation stuff they've been going through. I expect them to not be dividend, I'm expecting to cut it, but I wasn't expecting to be that high, so that was a nice little surprise. Tesco's paid their final dividend, a little bit less than interim, but for the first year of owning that, amount was £1, not too bad actually. We're getting near the bottom now. That Reality Trust, have a REIT one there, pays out quarterly. That's not too bad. Happy. And last, my monthly payer one's Whitestone, 12 pence. Did okay. So finished the month on £11.51 in dividends, which was lower than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be around £15. So quite a bit lower than I thought. But then again, I only thought that was going to be about 10, and that was up nearly 15 quid. So swings and roundabouts, I suppose. Still not a disappointing month, just a average month. So going on to the overall numbers, I'll put in now £5.5 grand, and it's now worth 6.5, so just under £1,000 up. My return on investments before dividends this year is 13%, which is good. But when you stick dividends in, it drops down just over 0.5%. It's not too bad. And overall, since I started, I'm up 17.7%, which is good. So just a little gauge on how much money I've put in this year versus how much dividends I've had back. 4.8%. It's not really a measurable metric. I just like to know it. Dividends per year. So I've had £137 dividend, and this is more the key one. It's the yield. This is the actual how many dividend, what the yield is on the money that I invested with all dividends got back. So it's at 3.44%, which is nice. Should finish here on 3.5, which would be great. That's where I want to be. But next year I'm targeting 5+, so watch out for that. Capital growth this year up £376, not too bad. Yeah, just under £1,000 in total. That's good. Let's have a look at my charts. So BP still in first place. Penning Group still in second place. Bit of a tie for third between Shell and Viva. But Viva's high because they sold some capital off, returned it to investors, so not really a true reflection. And then, so first, second, third, fourth, and then fifth is like just between Prospect Capital and AGNC, so they're doing really well. But it's good to see that everything that does pay a dividend is now off the mark. I don't think the one isn't. Yeah, everything that will pay me a dividend has paid me a dividend now, so everything's off the mark, which is really good. Looking at the year to date, started off £5, but we're here now at £11. Hoping this last month, December, so end of Q4, be back up here somewhere. That's what I hope. But okay, not a bad trend. Comparing that to last year, this sort of time, is it the same, similar sort of story? Well, let's get started then. There's the peak in the middle. But yeah, it looks like I had a strong finish to the end of the year last year. Yeah, it almost tells the same story. October was high, and then November was lower. September was high. Yeah. what I've got here. September is high, October is high, November is low. So it's, yeah, very similar trending, which is good. I've put another chart together to try and show you. So this is my dividends over time. So as you can see, I've just looked there, that's that big spike there, and then we can see the same here. And this is the exponential growth rate. So anything above this line is really, really good and above target. Anything below this line is a little bit below target, but the trend line's there. It's going in the right direction. To the moon. Zoom. Anyway, let's look at my predictor. So just remember, this has only got nearly 2 years worth of data. Can I make 50k in 5 years? No. And I'm looking at year 12, which is not too bad, or year 13, because it's mostly been year 14 most of the year, so it's actually improving. So I've already made the predicted dividends already, made more than that, so that's a green, because I made £139. The capital growth was targeted at 650. I'm only half that, so that's going to be a red. And the growth was targeted at over 9, but I think I made a mess up when I was doing the formula, so that'll be red as well. So next year, I will be basing the year on the actual capital growth, but the rest of the table, I'll start using an average of the two, or that 17%, which is on here. Yeah. So that should be an average of the two. And then we'll see how that then starts matching up. But next year's looking at dividend wise, carry on the rate we are at nearly £300, which is what, 20, £30 a month. Wow, that's going to be tough. But anyway, that's where we're at. I'll waffle on. So if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're enjoying what you're seeing, please subscribe. Always helps my channel out. And as always, there is the free share. So it's on the screen here. This is my code. Where is it? Oh, it used to be a code. Anyway, this will be in the link of the description below the video if you want to get a free share of up to £100. It's worth doing. And any free shares that I get through YouTube, I will sell and donate the money to charity. Guys, thanks for watching.